Welcome to Chaotic Crochet Chatter. My name is Jenny. I live in North Yorkshire in the UK with my husband and my son, and this is my little corner of the internet where I talk to you all about my recent projects, my future projects, my hand spinning of yarn, and anything else that I've been up to in the last few weeks. I hope you enjoy.
Hello again, welcome to episode 49 of Chaotic Crochet Chatter, where I'm going to talk to you about my spinning and a few other little bits and pieces. If you watched episode 48, which came out yesterday, if you're watching this on Saturday, came out just before this one, then you would already know that it's really flipping warm here. Even though it is now after 10:30 in the evening, it's very warm. So I have got my fan on. I am also using my little microphone. I'm hoping that means the fan noise won't be picked up too much, but I can't promise anything. We shall see. Despite having played with the settings of my camera, I am still having a few glitchy issues with that. It keeps freezing on me still. Really need to look into why that's happening because I can't afford a new one. But we'll see. We'll see what's going on. Hopefully I can sort it. If not, I'll just have to manage for a while. And what else was I going to mention? I don't know, so I'm just going to carry on. All the usual nonsense about the in the description. That's the wrong hand, you can't see. Here you go. In the description, there will be timestamps for the different sections of the video. There will be links to all the places you can find me, as well as links to any other people, places, etc. that I mention. So, on to the spinning. I've been pretty busy. Can't remember whether there's anything extra I can't show you. So I'm just going to say this is it. Doesn't really matter, does it? First one I'm going to show you is this. This is Sunny Blossom. This was named by Ned, my 9-year-old son. Just because I couldn't think of anything. And he was in here, just pottering about on his way to bed, came to say goodnight to me. And I asked him for a name suggestion, and that's what he suggested. And I ended up really liking it. So that's what I'm going with. So this is named by Ned. And this is a really, really interesting blend. Let me grab the details because I'm on the right page already. It is, where have I written it? 80% merino wool and 20% banana fibre. Who knew such a thing even existed? I did not. This is from, the fibre is from the, probably not the latest anymore, one of the more recent Lucky Dip boxes put together by Adelaide Walker Wool. I bought it a couple of months ago, I think, now. Lots of lovely fibre in there, most of which I have already spun. Details, anything you need to know. Spun it straight from the bat, I didn't prep it at all. Oh yeah, and this is, it's worked out at light fingering, which I think is the thinnest yarn that I've spun so far. It is only 2-ply, but still. So it's got 24 wraps per inch. Super fine, I'm very proud of myself. And this is 25 grams, which works out at 160 yards. So yeah, initially I wasn't sure that I liked it, but the more I handle it, the more I love it. So this isn't in my shop yet, but it will be very soon as I get my act together and actually do a shop update. I was going to do one this week. I might still do one this week, but if I do it, it'll be Friday, Saturday. So we'll see. It might be next week, more likely. But yeah, keep your eyes peeled because this will be in the shop very soon. 2 more that will be in the shop, but not for a little while longer because I haven't finished them, which I can't show you right now because they are soaking at the moment, ready to be hung up to dry. So I will take pictures and I will pop them up here for you as I'm talking. I have been playing around with blending fibre again. I actually did some research this time, unlike the last time I tried. And I took out my blending board and my little brushes and a few other bits and pieces. And I feel like I've been pretty successful this time around. I've done 2 different blends. First one I made into mini rolags. Folags, I think, technically, but I hate that word. So mini rolags, which, when I say I've got a blending board, what I mean is I have got a piece of the fabric that you get on a blending board. It's not actually attached to a board, which makes it a little bit trickier to work with. That is a problem I'm going to solve. I just haven't got around to it yet. I've got a piece of wood in mind, so it's coming. I just haven't done it yet. So doing the rolags was a little challenging, but I managed it, and I'm very proud of it. I think I took a picture of the rolags, so I'll put them up if I did. And I blended. What did I blend? That's not the right page. This one. I blended. It's ended up. I've worked out the percentages and everything. It's 55 grams in total, although that will be split. So there'll probably be about 25 to 30 grams available in the shop when I've finished with it all. It is 45% Norwegian wool, 25% BFL, 17% silk, and 13% bamboo, all in different colours. So that fibre again is from Adelaide Walker wool. Again, it was in the Tour de Fleece pack that I bought whenever that was released, a couple of months ago, I think. And it's just been really fun. And it's not completely finished, but from the feel of it so far, I think it's going to be really lovely. It's got a bit of bounce from the Norwegian. It's got the softness from the BFL, and then it's got the strength and the smoothness from the silk and the bamboo. So it's kind of got a bit of everything. And I chose the colours completely at random. I wasn't thinking at all. So it's got a mixture of sort of dusky blues and purples, and then quite bright greeny yellows, possibly yellowy greens, either way. It does not yet have a name. I did talk about it in my stories on Instagram and ask for suggestions. I've had a couple that are very good. I have also, while working with it today, had a little bit of inspiration, so I might be going to completely disregard the names that have been suggested. I haven't quite decided yet, but I will obviously share it on Instagram when I do. The second blend, the right page again, I found a makeshift diz, which, if you're not a spinner, will make no sense, but hopefully that doesn't matter, and hopefully a lot of you are, or at least know a little bit. I had a makeshift diz and made my own roving, which was probably not all that successful in the grand scheme of things, but by my standards, it was successful. For the first time I've ever done it, it was great. Yeah, and again, it was an interesting blend, and it's spun up in quite an interesting way. So I've spun a total of just over 50 grams this time, and it is 46% Herdwick wool, 33% bamboo, and 21% BFL. It feels a lot more rustic than the other one. It's quite, wouldn't necessarily say scratchy, but just a bit rough. But again, it's not properly finished yet. It's soaking as we speak, and that always changes things. So we shall see what it's like once it's dry again, and I can properly skein it up and share it with you. Again, that 50 grams will be split, so there'll be sort of 25-ish grams in the shop when it's all done. Oh no, it's not quite it. There is one more to share with you. Technically 2 more. Let me put this away. I have here an almost finished hank. It just needs winding up and again splitting into two mini hanks, mini skeins. There's some very special yarn. Very, very special, because this is the base is purple merino wool. That is left over from the hand spun yarn that I used for the granny wrap that I showed in the previous video. And then all the coloured bits that you can see are leftover bits from all the spinning that I've done this year. So there's lots of different colours, lots of different textures, and it's just really fun. So again, some of this is going to be up for sale. I initially thought that it would be better suited to weaving than to knitting or crochet, because it is very much an art yarn. There's a little bit of everything in here. I don't know yet, because I've not measured it. Don't know how consistent the thickness is. I'm going to go with not very at the moment. I think it's better than I thought it would be, but if I just hold up that section there, you can see in there are different thicknesses. You know, even without looking too closely, you can see straight away there's different thicknesses of strands going on in there. Never mind the fact that it's all different types of fibre. Mostly wool based, but not necessarily. There's bits of all sorts in here. There's even a sparkly section. Don't know if you can tell, that bit sparkly at the back of my hand. Left over from the dark Yorkshire Skies yarn that I showed you last time. So yeah, it probably is better suited to weaving, but it absolutely could be crocheted with, knit with, whatever. So that's special. Now I am going to put it in the shop. Am I going to put it in the shop? I kind of want to keep some. I don't know how much. So I suppose I haven't really decided yet. I might put some in the shop. We'll see how I feel. There was quite a lot of other yarn left over from both the purple merino and the scrappy leftover bits of other spins. So I have a whole extra spindle. However, this is slightly different again, because the purple merino in this one, you can sort of tell. You look, this hasn't been fully plied yet. I've twisted all, not twisted, I wound all the strands together onto one bobbin, but it hasn't had any twist added yet. You can see a little bit from the texture that yes, there is a strand of the coloured yarn. There are also little extra bits of fibre in there. That's because the purple merino was spun with little scraps of fibre ages and ages and ages ago. And so there's all sorts in here. And I think this will very much end up being definitely an art yarn. I think this probably will be a weaving yarn, but we'll see. I haven't finished playing it yet. We'll see what happens. That, in fact, might be what I do after I've finished recording this, is finish playing this. We shall see. However, talking of things I'm going to do next, I have received, and I have been very, very restrained. I've been doing other things before I let myself open this up. I haven't even properly opened it yet. I have received the next instalment of the Magical Worlds fibre from Folk Yarn Studio. I've done everything I really felt I needed to do before opening this, so this might get opened tonight. I might start on that. Let me just pause and open it because it's super crinkly, and then I'll show you it properly. So yes, amongst the incoming that I have to show you, here it is. So pretty as always. Laura does such a lovely, lovely job of dyeing these. So this is July's instalment of the Magical Worlds Fibre Club, which is called The Caves. And this is 70% BFL, 30% silk. You can see the silk in there, all these lovely shiny bits. Oh, it's going to be so soft. I mean, it is so soft already. Once I've spun it, it's going to be so soft. Oh, so yeah, I might apply the scrappy yarn, purple scrappy yarn, or I might just start on this. Very tempting, very, very tempting. Definitely going to be starting in the next couple of days, if not tonight, then tomorrow or Friday if I'm good tomorrow. I've got lots of other work I need to be going on with, but the spinning calls to me, so I should have this finished by the next time I speak to you, so I'll be able to show you how it works up. I'm excited. It is one of the best subscriptions I've ever signed up to be perfectly honest with you, and I've had a lot over the years. Right, sorry, my camera just cut out mid-record because apparently I've run out of storage space on my laptop again. Don't know why it's running out of space so quickly at the moment. I guess I'd better not spend too much longer talking, is what that's telling me. I've cleared enough space, hopefully, to continue. I was about to say, is it just me? Right. So many people go on and on and on about loving the sheepy smell of wool. I hate it. I must be the only spinner I know of, the only user of hand-dyed wool-based yarn that I know of who doesn't like the sheepy smell of wool. This one isn't too bad. Some of them stink. It's awful, especially when they're wet. So let me know how you feel about it, because I feel like I'm the odd one out at the moment. Okay, a little bit more incoming. Wensleydale Longwool, who I've only just heard about, are closing down. So they're having a closing down sale. They only sell Wensleydale wool. I live quite close to Wensleydale and I've never used Wensleydale wool before. So I thought this was the perfect opportunity to get them and have a go. This little bag has got called locks, I think. Because I'm really au fait with all the proper terminology. Basically, these haven't been carded or combed or anything. They're just separated out from the rest of the fleece and left as they are. There may even be some bits of vegetable matter in there still, but that's okay. I don't mind. So I don't quite know what I'm going to do with these. I need to look up how to deal with locks, what to do with them. Sorry for the rustliness. Let me just get that sealed back up again. It's not doing it. Seal back up. There we go. So that's going to be a fun little experiment at some point. And then I have bought myself a massive 250 gram chunk of combed tops of Wensleydale wool. So this will be dead easy to spin. I don't know whether I'm just going to spin this as it is or whether I'm going to blend it with something for a bit of colour. I might do some just natural, I might do some blended. I'm not going to have a go at dyeing before anybody suggests that. I am in some ways very tempted to have a go at dyeing my own fibre or my own yarn, but I do not have the space, especially at the moment with the renovations going on. Even when that's finished, I don't really have the space. I certainly don't have the time to develop another addiction, which is exactly what would happen. I know it. So I'm leaving dyeing. Maybe one day. Never say never. Not anytime soon. And it might get blended with something. Either way, you'll definitely see it again. Can't promise how soon because I've got a lot more fibre in my stash up there above your head at the moment. But yeah, it's definitely getting spun at some point. It's lovely and soft. Lovely soft wool. So yeah, that'll be fun to play with too. Oh, and one more little thing. I mentioned when I was speaking about blending earlier that I'd found makeshift diz for the roving. That was really rustly, sorry. I just used a button with a big hole in it. Of course, now that I've done that, and I know that I like doing it, I've got my own properties. Because I can't just leave things. Let me show you the card. Not that one. So that one is from them. That's a little like intro card, which is lovely. Right, it's actually best on here. So this is from Tom Dyson Woodworking. I found him on Etsy. It's just occurred to me. It might be the same guy who was at the East Anglia Wool Festival, actually. I'm going to have to look that up because, I haven't got it up here. If it is, I've got some stitch markers by him. I might. They might be in here. Never mind, I'll come back to that another time. He had a range of hand-carved wooden, natural wood dizzes, don't know if that's the right plural, to choose from. I very nearly went for the Blackwood one because it's just cool and gothy. But this wood is called Purple Heart, and my brand colour is purple. So I kind of had to get this one. And it was also cool and kind of gothy, so that's good. So yes, much more hand blended roving in the future, I'm sure. I just need to find what I want to blend. Right, shop bits. I'm not going to show you absolutely everything because we'll be here all day. Hang on one moment though. Yeah, if it is the same guy, those little sheepy stitch markers are by the same guy that made the diz. It's so cute. Right, I'm just going to go through a few bits. There's stuff here that should already be in my shop. I think I mentioned it last time actually, and I just haven't got around to listing it yet. And now I'm throwing things all over the floor. Let's not do that. So yeah, hopefully these will be in my shop very soon for you. These are from the last batch of buttons and stitch markers that I was doing. There's another few batches of the green marble effect buttons. These are all 20mm ones, and these were made using my new button cutting tools, which means I can get the holes like naturally kind of centered, and I can do 4-hole ones as well as 2-hole ones, which is nice. That buttons again. No, this is stitch markers. Excellent. Oh, okay, not that set though, because that's not actually a set. What's in here? I've got a bunch of sets of those buttons, which are all kind of the same, so there's no point showing you all of those. And then I've got a few sets of these snake stitch markers, which I mentioned last time. I was going to do my own handmade polymer clay snake ones to go with the snake buttons that I've shown you that are already in my shop at the moment. The snake cutter this time just didn't work very well. I will have another go at some point in the future and hopefully have more joy with it. I've just realised I am possibly missing a stitch marker out of this set. So I'm going to show you a different one. I'll get there eventually. That's not good. There should be 4 in a set, I think. Yes, all together. So in each set, these are charms that I bought from Temu. Sorry. But it's the only way I can get things cheap enough.